It's me. Like Olaf, I'm not doing well.
Our trip to Sorrento started with an early flight with a 5 a.m. boarding time. We almost missed it because we inputted the wrong parking postcode, and thank goodness we spotted it halfway through the journey. We are both so excited and nervous because this was our first trip abroad that's neither the Philippines nor the Hungary, which were our home countries. From the UK, it was a relatively quick flight, a 2-hour journey, and we're actually so blessed to have more than enough room as the person on the other end seat never turned up. Before I knew it, I can see Mount Vesuvius already. Once we landed, we hopped into the TUI taxi to our hotel, the TUI BLUE Atlantic Palace in Sorrento. It was about an hour-and-a-half drive from Naples, but with the traffic, it ended up taking us around 2 hours. And as you can see, you can still feel and see the aftermath of those forest fires on Mount Vesuvius from the heat wave. There was still smoke hanging around. Actually, there's quite a few tours that's been cancelled because of this. My husband and I arrived at the hotel almost a whole 2 hours prior to check-in, but the staff at the hotel were incredibly friendly and welcoming. They served us our welcome drinks before check-in, and they even provided us with the option to indulge in the delightful meal at their charming lemon garden before we completed the check-in process. I actually did a comprehensive review of our entire stay at this hotel because I couldn't seem to find any specific details about it when I was doing my research in the past. It's actually one of the reasons why we're so excited and so nervous, because there's just such mixed reviews online. So if you find yourself planning on booking your holiday, I strongly encourage you to watch that video. And I wouldn't want you to miss out on any of the amazing features that this place has to offer. The next day, we went on a free TUI walk tour where the TUI rep showed us around the town, highlighting the key places worth visiting. We went during August, which is peak season, so the place is full of tourists, us included. It was extremely busy, so I had to be really quick with my snaps, and using the retro lens I got from Retropia just captured the vibes of Sorrento that I was looking for. Here is just some of the snaps I took whilst walking around town. Our second stop on the walkthrough is the stunning Casa Corial, nestled right at the corner of Piazza Tasso. This is an 18th century mansion with a courtyard that feels like stepping into an enchanted garden. And this is also where we got to sample our very first limoncello. For those of you who don't know, limoncello is a lemon liqueur that is mainly produced in Italy. I must say, I'm not really a fan. Now let's talk about something else I absolutely adore about Sorrento, or Italy in general, its enchanting alleyways. These narrow streets are bursting with character and life, and it's lined with quaint shops, local eateries, and vibrant street art. And each turn reveals a new little gem, making it impossible not to fall in love with the atmosphere. Our third and final stop for the walkthrough is this Foreigners Club, which features a restaurant, cocktail lounge, and tourist information office. The cliffside terrace offers unobstructed views of the Bay of Naples, and as part of the TUI group, we got complimentary drinks upon arrival and we were able to rest here for a while. Check out the photos I've taken here. After the tour, the TUI reps gave us a choice whether to go back to the hotel or continue exploring by ourselves. And due to the heat wave, Beni and I opted to go back to the hotel, and when we got there, the rep surprised us with a lovely letter congratulating us for our anniversary, and we loved it. It certainly was a lovely touch. Day 3 is the one I was most excited about when planning for this trip, as it's Capri Boat Tour Day. It's always been a dream of mine to do this, and we were so glad we booked this activity with Get Your Guide app, as it was a seamless experience. The activity provider was AMALFI Coast and Cuisine, and they were incredible. The boat didn't feel too busy, as it was only a small group of 8 people on board, and there are no minimum number of participants required for this trip, so it's always guaranteed. The comfort on board is amazing. It's equipped with a restroom, freshwater shower, and it's just shaded canopy, and it's just so relaxing, especially on a hot day like this. The crew with us was also so knowledgeable, and they really took care of us during the trip. The views were breathtaking, and honestly, it just speaks for itself.
That initial jump in really freaked me out because I've never used these kind of goggles before. And it was weird trying to swim, and I swallowed so much ocean water.
Oh no!
part of the boat tour is a 3-hour exploration on Capri without extra docking cost, and we got there around 1 p.m, in which the heat peaked at 33 degrees Celsius. Beni and I were so hungry, so instead of exploring the sights up the mountain in which you had to ride a funicular, we just opted to find the nearest restaurant on the harbour. And I must say, Capri is extremely beautiful, but also really busy. After a much needed meal, we found just enough time to people watch by the beach, indulging in a melon gelato which was a godsend due to the heat. We also had to stop by a local pharmacy for some insect bite repellent, as the mosquitoes were determined to make me their next meal. And whilst we waited for a boat back to Sorrento, we took the chance to catch up with our fellow travellers on the boat, sharing stories and laughter. And each person had their own unique experiences that made our journey even more special. We just got back from our boat trip.
Oh, hi.
We are going to have to climb the stairs back, and we gotta do it really slow because I haven't got any more stamina.
No, and this is all the stairs.
It's so hot. I think the heat peaked at 32 degrees today, and
it's humid.
we were at Capri and it was peak heat. I'll show you guys the stairs. Okay. Let's get this way. So hot. At this point, Beni and I resigned to the fact that we will have to walk back up the mountain to our hotel, which is a 30-minute walk from the town centre. And even though we were extremely tired and hot from the activities of the day, we were so glad we made this choice, as we were able to appreciate the beauty of Sorrento more on the way up, which we would have definitely missed if we had taken a taxi up the road. We also decided on that day to use the Atlantic Palace's restaurant for dinner, and honestly the food was incredible. After that, we were also able to make use of the sunset terrace to enjoy the nighttime Vesuvius views with just the two of us, which is so romantic. Day 4 is just a culmination of pictures as Beni and I vegetated at the hotel after being so exhausted from the boat tour. We made use of the hotel's facilities and activities such as silent disco, cocktail making sessions, and even a musical bingo to make our stay more memorable even through exhaustion.